Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to highlight the top 10 technical paddle mistakes, and we're going to work from number 10 to number 1. So 1 is super terrible if you make those mistakes. Jesus. And number 10 is, yeah, you could change something about that. These mistakes are a guideline into what you need to learn first. So we're making a lot of top 10 videos at the moment, and we're going to focus on also the practicality. So what is more important than something else? Because then you need to know, okay, I have to fix this first and then I can move to the next level. Most of the mistakes now are before you even hit the ball. It's mostly focused on the technique. If you could let me know what you think is the most important technique mistake, write it down below, or something that I forgot. And yeah, anyway, it's 25 degrees. I had an amazing idea to wear my black t-shirt today, and we're at Noordwijkerhout in the Boekhorst, and we're going to start right now. Oké. Ah, lekker boelie! And we have sales on justpaddle.com.
I like it.
You like it? Good match. Mistake number 10. Too much grip pressure. And this is important because if you do not hold the racket correctly, you are going to get injured. This is the reason why you feel pain in your arm, why you get a tennis arm or golf elbow or whatever, because you put too much pressure on the grip. So when you're ready, I'm returning the ball. I want to hold the racket in a very relaxed way. I need to hold the racket in a way that I act like the racket is a bird. You don't want to kill the bird, and you don't want the bird to fly away. So you have to be nice to your racket, like it's a bird. The trigger finger that you also use when you shoot your gun needs to be loose. So if you're holding your racket when your thumb is over your trigger finger, I instantly feel now that it's more tense, that I have less control. So your thumb should never go over your other fingers, and especially not the trigger finger. So, second tip, more space. So there should be space in between the fingers. If your fingers are close together, it means that you have too much pressure on the grip. So, relaxed. Second tip, hold the racket slightly lower. If you hold it high on the grip, you also put too much strength on the racket, and your trigger finger has no space. So your trigger finger needs to have space. So you have to hold the racket a little bit lower. So for instance, for the Fibonacci, for the smash, I hold the racket even lower. I don't recommend this for everybody, but it helps to not put so much pressure on the grip. With my smash, I want to play faster. So then I hold the racket lower. So I have more of a whip effect. I have more speed because this is more relaxed. If I hold the racket more tense, I actually play slower because I only use maybe my arm instead of my wrist and my everything. I use my left toe to smash the ball over the court. And also one more tip, put on a new overgrip. So if your grip is old, so this is an old grip, then my racket, it's like slippery, and then my racket falls out of my hand, and I will think psychologically, oh, I have to hold the racket tighter because otherwise I'm gonna throw the racket against my opponent, which might be a good idea to win if it not goes well. You just, no, of course not. Mistake number 9, and that is not using the left hand or your non-dominant hand. Why is this a mistake? Well, let's say I'm going to serve the ball. The left hand helps to keep my right hand up. The moment I have a good preparation with the serve and I maybe drop my left hand, everything drops and my serve goes up and I lose the point. If my left hand remains high, my right hand remains high and I'm able to play a very nice serve. If I want to have a good forehand volley, I need to use my left hand because it helps to rotate my body. So let's say I'm not using my left hand, I'm probably in this area, ball comes up, it's not an amazing volley. I'm gonna end up making a lot of mistakes also. So what I would recommend for the forehand volley is that the left hand goes with my racket. So the first thing I do is imagine catching the ball, which is a very good drill. One of your friends passes you the ball, you catch it, and then the second time you volley it to get the left hand going. So if I want to have a better forehand volley, I'm going to use my left hand, and now I'm able to go and have a longer follow through, and everything about the forehand volley becomes better. The left hand also helps to calculate where the ball is. So imagine I get a high ball, the ball is high, my left hand is nowhere. It is very difficult to time where the ball is. So if the ball is coming, somebody feeds the ball high, if my left hand is up, I can smash better because I can calculate where the ball is, because my left hand is a reference in the air, and then it helps to calculate where the ball is going to be. So use your left hand to have a better timing. It also matters where your left hand is positioned. So for instance, if I'm going to play the smash and my hand is forwards, so more there, it does not help me calculate where the ball is, because the distance between my hand and where I should hit the ball is too far away. Also, if my left hand is here, just like the smash, my right hand is going to be in this position. So let's say I'm smashing in this way. It's more like a low smash, more like a bandeja smash. If my left hand is more upwards, I actually smash faster and harder, and I create a cartwheel effect to generate more power. So the left hand helps to calculate where the ball is going to be. It helps you to have a better balance in the body. So your racket is up or your racket is low depending on your left hand. So your left hand, your non-dominant hand, dictates where your right hand is going to be. And it also helps to rotate your body. So if I play the vibra, for instance, instead of having my left hand here, I want my hand more sideways, because now I rotate my shoulders more, and then from that position I'm able to play a way better vibra, because this is the motion that you want for the vibra. So you need to learn in every single shot how to use the left hand. We also have a video of the non-dominant hand on YouTube that you can watch if you want to learn more about the non-dominant hand. The last thing I would like to say about the non-dominant hand is the pressure, the tension that you have in your non-dominant hand should be the same as in your right hand. So what I see a lot if people play a forehand, that the arm is not doing anything. There's no tension in this arm. And if there is no tension in this arm, there's no tension in the core, there's no tension in the chest, you're not using it. So I call this the left hand on holiday. If I want to play a good forehand, for instance, what I visualize is that I'm in Star Wars and I'm shooting the lightning. You know that one, right? So if the ball is coming, I have a tense, my left hand is tense. You can see that my arms are like, if I had an editor, I could ask him, put that in. Yeah? If it is any other shot, you need your left hand. But how do you use your left hand in the backhand? Well, if you only prepare with one hand with the backhand, I find that with a lot of people it becomes unstable, especially people that play squash. They need more wrist action, they need more of a spinny or last second acceleration. They don't have this preparation. With some squash players it's absolutely fine because their timing is amazing. But if your timing is not amazing, I would highly recommend to prepare with both hands on the racket, or with the volley, prepare with both hands on the racket, fly away. Both fly away. So this is what you want with the left hand, because if you don't use your left hand, you over rotate or you have a swing that is too far. If you use your left hand, your preparation becomes smaller, maybe the right height. I can use my left hand to prepare with the right height. So the ball's coming, height, boom, down. If you're not using your left hand, everything else becomes more of a, your swing is not solid enough. You need to have an amazing timing if you don't use your left hand. So all the pro players use their left hand, So you should also. Mistake number 8, the racket preparation. Some players are actually here with the racket, which is quite odd because the ball is coming around in this area. Also, if you are here with your preparation, some people are already like, hey, come here, stop, 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 stop. If the ball's coming to my backhand now, I have a problem, I'm too late. So where you have your racket is going to help you a lot. So don't be lazy at the net to have it low or low there or whatever you want. Don't have it too high, because if the ball comes low, you also have a problem. Try to have it more that you can watch over the top of the racket, which I would recommend at the net. But how are you going to do that at the back? I will tell you. Should I be here when defending the back? Like I just won a trophy, like, hey, no. Do I want to be here? No. Lower. So lower your stance and try to be here, because if you're defending, the ball will probably be low. So if the ball's coming low off the glass, I'm already here. So this solves you a lot of time. So this is also, the problem is mostly before you're hitting the ball. It's never after you hit the ball, because if you did everything well before you hit the ball, you will be fine. So prepare low if you are defending at the back of the court. Prepare slightly higher when you're attacking, and you will save a lot of time. Mistake number 7, the grip, and maybe strange grips, because I will not like to change the grip so fast. So the reason it's not higher on this list is because I have played against people in Spain with a grip. They might have been holding the racket the other way around and they were still amazing. They could play against me in a Western grip and I still managed to struggle a lot. They cannot hurt me so much because the grip only becomes a problem if you start to play faster shots. If you are a defending type of player, it does not matter so much how you hold the racket, because you don't play with so much pressure. But it becomes a difficulty. For instance, if somebody plays in the forehand grip, this is the forehand grip, the pancake grip, the smash motion is this. So your technique is not going to be top level, because this is the maximum your technique could do. If you change your grip from Eastern to Continental, you can do this swing, which is a longer swing, which means more power, more control as well. You can actually pronate, so the level that you would like to reach can go up. If you don't have any ambitions, if you don't care, if you just want to play paddle, which is a lot of the players, but probably not people that are watching the YouTube videos, you can get quite far with this grip. So I would not change it so much. I would ask my student, are you going to play 2 times a week for 6 months? Otherwise, it is too difficult to change the grip. You need to take 6 months to learn the grip, because you're going to make mistakes. You need to accept the fact that you are going to make mistakes because you play in another grip. If you are not okay in doing that, if you feel like you don't want to play worse and then become better, don't change the grip. But if you want to reach your maximum potential, change the grip. But Sven, can I play using my forehand grip? Yes. If you're getting a forehand without using the glass, you can play a forehand. No worries. The only thing, if the ball is quite low, the forehand grip is very difficult. You need to play with a lot of spin to get the ball over the net, and you might not have time for this. So if you're playing in a forehand grip and the level that you play against gets better, it is difficult to handle. If you're going to use the glass with the forehand grip, you have a very open preparation, which does not feel great, and your wrist is not so flexible, so you can solve less shots. The worst thing about the forehand grip is playing a backhand in the forehand grip. Many women have this, sorry, but women you can solve it with the left hand to play double-handed backhand, because then it becomes not a big of an issue. But you cannot play from the glass with two hands. Super complicated. So, do you think I have a lot of control if the ball is coming from this position? Look at my racket. I cannot absorb the shock. My wrist is going to cry after I do this. So you see, I have zero control because the biggest part of my hand is on the right side of the racket. So I cannot absorb the shock. If I play in the continental grip, which is in between the forehand and the backhand, look, I'm strong. Okay, so Sven, so why don't we use the backhand grip? Because I'm even stronger. Yes, that's correct, you see? I'm even stronger now with the backhand grip, so why should I use my backhand grip? Yeah, you can. You can. But if the ball is very low, the racket becomes very, very closed, and you need to play with a lot of spin to get the ball over the net, and that's very complicated with the paddle racket. So that's why for tennis it actually works, because you have strings and you don't have any holes. Well, you have holes, but not in your racket. How can I not leave this part open? When I was coming to Spain, my grip was always in the backhand grip. And if I have time, if people don't have an amazing serve and I'm returning, I use my backhand grip to return, because I feel confident enough to get the ball off the side glass or before the glass, because I play a one-handed backhand in tennis. But if people serve so fast and down, if they play with a lot of slice, when I was playing against German, for instance, I couldn't return his ball because the ball was so low and I couldn't spin the ball over the net. So I need to change my grip to continental to play a more of a flat return or a little bit of spin with not so closed stance of the racket. So more slightly open and a little bit spin, not too much. So for me, if you want to reach your highest level, playing continental. But if you have time, you can change. If you don't have time, keep the same thing. Same thing. For the volleys, for the vibras, for the smash, for everything. If you have time, you can do the kick smash from the backhand grip. If you have time, you can do the vibra from the backhand grip. But start by playing everything in continental, get used to that. And if you have time, okay, then change. The next mistake is no follow through. And this is quite important, because if you do not make a follow through, you are going to get injured. You're going to put too much pressure on your arm. So what I mean by that, if I play to that side and I play the ball, I stop the racket. And this is, you can only do this with strength. So you need to use strength to stop the racket, and that will get you injured as fast as you possibly want. You can solve that by the grip pressure, so more of a relaxed grip. So what I would recommend is, before you play, to tighten the racket and then relax, so you feel the difference between how tight you're holding the grip. If you do not make a follow through, you have no direction. So if I want to play towards the camera, I want to hit the ball, and I always use the middle line with my students, because if I let them play the ball, I let them try to have the racket as long on the middle line as possible, because now what I think paddle should be is you need to make a long push. You don't need to play too fast, because you don't need to hit the ball, because the court is so small. You need to push every single ball, and the players are at the net if I'm at the back, so there is no need to accelerate that much. If I play faster, the ball comes back off the glass. So prepare with some students, I say there is a flashlight here, or there is a camera here. Record the incoming ball with the preparation, because some people, they record the sidewall. you get a very strange follow through, because this is what will happen. You hit the ball and you go in this direction. No, if you are here, you hit the ball and you want your racket to remain in the left service box and you stop. So the racket is not allowed to enter the right service box, because now I'm going to let the ball go sideways. And with the other one, I'm able to play with spin and I stop here, that's it. You need your left hand for this, because if you're not using your left hand, you will do this or this. So this is where the left hand also comes in play. So if you do not follow through, you will get injured, you don't have any direction, but also you don't have any power. Look at this. I'm going to smash the ball, but I stop. This is hurting my arm and I don't have enough power. I put pressure on my arm is tense, it is not flexible. If I play, maybe hold the racket lower, relax, breathe out when you hit, because when you hit, you will be relaxed. This is why people grunt, because they relax when they're about to hit. So the ball gets further. So this will help you to get a follow through. You also need the correct contact point, because if I hit the ball behind me, I can never hit the ball far and I can never follow through. Mistake number 5, the contact point. You don't want to hit the ball too early when you're at the net. So many players feel kind of stressed and they want to hit the ball and impact the ball very far in front of them. If I do this, this is the maximum follow through that I can do. So I can tell you to follow through longer, but if you hit the ball too far in front or too far behind, you cannot follow through. It's impossible. So depending on where you want to play the ball, you need to decide where to hit the ball. Early, next to you, or late. If I want to hit the ball with a vibra, I'm hitting the ball slightly more, not behind me, but more behind me than usual, because then the ball will go there. If I want to hit the vibra and I want to play to the corner, I want to hit the ball in front, because then the ball will go to the sidewall. So every single contact point will get you a different angle. It depends where you want to hit the ball. And you need to be aware of this. If I'm still running, there's a big chance that I'm hitting the ball behind me, because I don't stop. So if you're serving, you go to the net, split step, and then play from further away from the net. This will help you to have a better contact point. So your footwork is very important in having a more of a clear contact point. But also every mistake above this list is before you're hitting the ball, and this will massively help you to have a better contact point, better timing, better everything. When defending the glass, you need to wait and your ball will be great. So when the ball is coming, let it bounce. Wait. When it's in front of you or maybe next to you, depending on where you hit the ball, then you should hit the ball with the racket. If you are impatient and you hit too early, this is where your technique, you might have an amazing technique, but you're too early, it's behind you, does not work. Same shot in front is so easy. I can tell you so many things, how to hold the racket, which grip, whatever you want, but you're hitting the ball here, it does not matter, because your ball is going to be terrible. So the timing is one of the most important things to get this right, to wait, and then your ball will be great. Ah. This is the mistake. Having a very big preparation. If your opponent is accelerating the ball and you have a big preparation, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, because you can never take the speed out of the ball, and it's very difficult to change the direction of your racket, because it's coming from very, very far. If you make your preparation smaller, you will connect way better with the ball. You will feel the ball more. Instead of hitting the ball, you're pushing the ball. So let's say I'm playing a rouleau, but I make a massive swing. I could play an amazing shot, but it's very, very risky. A lot of the professional paddle players can make a very fast and big swing, but their timing is on the highest possible level. If I teach people their timing level, if Alegran is here, everybody's there. It's a very big difference. So if I want to teach somebody the rouleau, and this is how I teach the rouleau from a professional paddle player, from Godo Diaz, number 14 of the world. He said, Sven, just have the preparation here with the rouleau, boom, that's enough. Because if you can play the ball to the fence and it bounces towards the fence and you're not making any mistake, and you have the kick, you have everything you want, why making the preparation bigger? And also, court is so small, ladies and gentlemen. It's so small. Do you need that power? Do you need to play a faster rouleau? Do you need to play a faster forehand from the back of the court? No, when you're using the glass. Should you prepare from here? No, because if you are preparing from here, you can never slow down. So if I'm going to play the vibra and I'm coming from all the way here, it's very fast. But does everybody know that I'm going to play fast? Does anybody know I'm going to play a hard forehand from this position? Can I play a faster vibra from this position? Yes. Does my opponent know that I'm playing faster? No, because from this position of my racket, I can play fast and I can play slow. I don't need to make a swing. I just need to relax my muscles and have some tension on my chest, and I can play fast from that position. I have more control. They don't know what I'm doing, and you connect just way better with the ball. The next mistake is having a preparation that is way too high. And also a preparation that is the same, just like the bigger preparation. If the ball is low and your racket is high, does not work. So the racket should be in the same height as the ball. Yeah, so my racket is quite low. I can solve all the balls. Easy. So let's say I'm out to get a high ball. My racket is high. I play it in it. So let's say the ball is high. Yeah, so let's say the ball is high. My racket is holy nice lob. Nice explanation, Sven. Yeah, you do the explanation. So let's say the ball is high. My racket is... What are these lobs? What are these lobs? So I'm getting lob, my racket is high. High. If you feed me the lob, but I'm going with this preparation, everybody knows that I'm going to play the lob back to you. If I'm in this position, I can play down, I can play there, I can play there, I can play lob, I can do everything. So if the ball is low, prepare low. If the ball is high, prepare high. If you want to play with spin, prepare slightly lower than the ball. If you want to play with slice, prepare higher than the ball. But mostly, if the ball is very high, prepare higher than the ball. If the ball is very low, prepare lower than the ball. Mistake number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is one technique. What I find very, very frustrating and very difficult to get out of somebody's system is that somebody plays with one technique. So, people are coming from tennis. It is absolutely fine to play your defense with a little bit of spin. Perfect. But if the ball comes off the back wall and you're using the same technique, it's terrible. Doesn't work. So you need to have a technique, or at least a knowing of, okay, this is another shot. I cannot use the same technique for every single ball. If I play without the glass, I can use this technique, a little bit of spin. if I'm using the glass, I need to be able to get it with a more of an open stance of the racket. It's a completely different technique. And every single time you need to be aware of this. So if you don't have this, just practice the glass and without the glass. Play one ball without the glass, boom, nice. With the glass, different technique. Normal, glass, normal, glass. And then you will learn that the technique is different. A lot of players only have like a slice technique. So they have one technique that they use from the back of the court. Slice is perfectly fine. Ladies and gentlemen, if your contact point is high, slice. Super good idea, super good. If the ball is low, don't slice, the ball comes up. So this is where your technique becomes a problem. So maybe your technique is fine now because you're playing against people that it's not a problem against. They are far from the net, for instance. But if you play against people that are close to the net and they see that you're coming from this position and the ball is there, everybody knows you're going to slice. They step in, boom, point. So change the technique. You need to have a more of a variable technique. So the ball is low, racket lower than the ball. The ball is high, racket high. This is by far the biggest technique mistake that everybody can make. And that's a late preparation. If you have a late preparation or fast preparation, your technique is going to be so much worse, it's insane. So this is the number one thing you have to work on. And this is, for me, freezing the preparation before you're about to hit the ball. What a lot of players tend to do is when the ball hits the glass, when defending, then they are going to hit the ball. So the ball is coming. You can never control the speed if you do this because the preparation is late, it is fast. If your racket is still moving fast when you're about to hit the ball, your technique is going to be all over the place. Okay, you can hit amazing shots. You can hit amazing shots. But once your opponent is better and accelerates and you do, you're going to lose all of the control. If I teach people the bandeja, this is my biggest secret, but you kept watching the end of the video. Racket is touching the glass, elbow is high. I only let people play the bandeja or the vibra from this position. What a lot of people tend to do is they toss the ball up, boom, 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 bam. No, this is not good. You're going to lose control. It's impossible. So, the ball is coming, it's high. You have all the time of the world, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting a lob. Prepare the racket. Yeah? My elbow should touch the glass because then I know my racket is frozen. And you need to learn to play with this frozen preparation and then go forwards. This is the number one thing that you need for every single shot, including the smash in paddle, to upgrade your control. Prepare the racket, freeze it, your racket should not move, and when you're about to play the ball, then you go. Your racket should go in a fluent motion. One acceleration. So I would say the ball is coming, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 6, 6, 6, 6. If you play in this motion, you're not going to make a lot of mistakes because you will feel the ball, small preparation, it's frozen, and you just keep playing paddle and you're going to improve so fast. When you're using the glass, before the ball is going to hit the glass, my racket is frozen. I wait for the ball, wait, 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 and your ball will be great. It all starts with the preparation. If your preparation is late, every single item, including from 2 to 9, is garbage. You cannot work on those things. So it all starts with the late preparation, solving the late preparation and the fast preparation. So prepare early, prepare slowly, so everything you do before you hit the ball is in slow motion. Afterwards, if you want to kill the ball, fine, do it, but at least slow in the preparation and then go forwards. And that's it for the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you like more of these kind of lists, let me know, because you can recommend me a list like top 10 Forehand volley mistakes, top 10 backhand volley mistakes, or something like this. Mentally break down mistakes or top 10 cooking errors. You can do everything you want. So yeah, have a nice holiday. We will see you next Monday anyway. So hasta luego. Ciao. Adios.